Okay. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I am significantly running late today. I hate to be late, but I made myself late day number 2. So we're going to work on that. I am making some adjustments, as you all know. I hope everybody is having a beautiful Sunday morning, and you all have been in worship. You have talked to the Lord this morning. You have, hey, good morning. Who is that coming in? I pray that you have been enjoying this weekend, this Labor Day weekend, celebrating all things rest. Yes, because tomorrow I am, going to rest. So all of that to say, again, thank you for joining me. Excuse me. For Sundays with Shanté. And of course, we will be cooking. Hey, Mama, I think that was you trying to call me. I was late. I heard the phone, but I was trying to rip and run. And so, look, I keep telling y'all at some point, good morning, Miss Hobby. I am going to need me a crew, a real crew, like a building where I can have everything and all of my stuff everywhere. And so I am, hey, Otto, how are you? Listen, how are things in Fort Lauderdale? Good morning, good morning, good morning. But let's get started. I want to start with a word of prayer. Of course, you all know that. Father, we thank you for this morning. God, we honor you today. We thank you for yet another opportunity, oh God, to just say thank you, Father, to say thank you, to reverence you, and to say that we are so appreciative of the love that you show us, oh God. We're appreciative for the grace that you show us, oh God. We're appreciative for the mercies, the tender mercies that you show us, oh God. So, Father, we thank you on today. And God, we ask that over the next 48 hours that you give those on this live, oh God, those that may watch the replay. Father, give them a spirit of rest, oh God, where they can rest and relax between today and tomorrow, Father. And for those that may still have to go to work or labor, oh God, we ask that you give them a spirit of peace, oh God, and a spirit of resolve and calm. In Jesus' precious name we pray. Amen. So this morning, good morning, Bess. That might have been you calling. I don't know. I heard that phone ringing. This morning, though, we are going to let me pause right there. Do y'all see those crepe myrtles in my backyard? My mom would absolutely love those. There is a crepe myrtle. I'm going to open this blind so you all can see. Those crepe myrtles, listen, I'm going to pull the blinds all the way up. That's going to give us some pretty background, right? Good morning, Bess. Listen, not only do I not have on my ring because we're going to be moving, but honey, why that little baby nail popped off? And if any of you know how I am about nails and toes, I don't care for the nail salon and that kind of thing. There was one young lady that I really trusted with my nails, and I haven't been to see her in quite a while for various reasons, but I like to use press-ons or glue-ons. Yes, they are my favorite. So for all of you out there that, like I told y'all yesterday, don't come for me for my one little pinky nail. When I say it just popped off, I was like, no! At any rate, we are going to move forward today. So I wanted to show y'all those crepe myrtles. Mama, there's a beautiful one in that corner, and then there's one way over there on the other side. And they're just some beautiful, beautiful trees. It's a little gloomy here this morning. Right. Thank you, love. And hopefully we'll get to use this backyard. Just a little background. I bought a tent many moons ago, and it came, I don't know, I just probably didn't pay attention to the instructions and the directions. I don't know what I bought, but I bought this huge, I bought a huge tent, and I never opened it. It's in this ridiculously large box, and I was just like, Father, what could I do with it? I said, well, football season is coming around, so maybe, just maybe, we could do some tailgating, right? On Saturdays with Shanté or on Sundays with Shanté. So we might have to shake some things up, remix it. Y'all know how I am. Do some things maybe in the evening. It's going to be cool. It's always beautiful here in Tennessee during the fall. I love all of the seasons that we get here. I always say we get every season here in the state of Tennessee. At least here we do in Murfreesboro and Nashville in the Middle Tennessee area. So this morning, we're going to do a couple of things, and we're going to make a breakfast charcuterie board. But we're also going to, well, I tell you what, we're going to make the breakfast charcuterie board. I've got a lot of ingredients. You all know that. Y'all know I like to make a smorgasbord. Yes, Auntie Audrey would love these crepe myrtles. She would. They're everywhere here too, Mama. I mean, like, literally, they are, you wouldn't imagine how tall they grow. The crepe myrtles grow in this area. They are in Tennessee, I think, because even in Memphis, they're like really, 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 really pretty. And like I said, really, really tall. So, back to what I was saying, we're going to do a breakfast, what'd you say, open it up reception, garden party, since some of us couldn't come live and celebrate on you all. Oh, you know that's in the plans. You know that. There will definitely be a celebration, Bess. You know this. It wouldn't be me, right? Without some type of celebration of love, right? A celebration of love. And it will be very intimate. You know that, how I am. So I think it's a beautiful thing when people have beautiful, huge weddings. I think they're amazing. I love them. You all know as like a person that loves to do events and create events and decorate for events. That is definitely one of my passions. Have been doing it since I was probably 12. But I just believe that when you get married, to me, and this is Shanté's personal reflection, I believe that the people that love you, the people that embody who you are, the people who pray for you, the people that you know that will be there for you when things are not blissful, right? I believe those intimate relationships are the people that you should have in that space. I just believe that. And so I'm no longer like 25, 35, you know. And some people, hey, my age, 44 now and older, have big, huge weddings. And who's to say that I won't at some point? At the same time, right now, I am extremely intentional about hearing from God and really understanding how we should flow in that space and in the marriage space, right? Because this is new for both of us, very new for both of us. So, yeah, we're going to have a celebration, bitch. You already know you probably be here cussing and fussing at me about something. Get this right. Do this like this. No, I'm putting this together. You move out the way. I got it. I know this. I can only laugh at those of you who, my friends who will be definitely in that space and be like, Shanté, listen, we got it. We know you, right? So anyway, we are going to put together our breakfast charcuterie board. I had planned on doing several things with you all this morning. I want us to make some vanilla, right? Some vanilla extract. And then I wanted us to do, not beyond the charcuterie board, I wanted us to do a, okay. Hey, there we go. All right. So we're not going to play with Facebook this morning. Facebook not going to play with me, and we're not going to play with this. My internet is called Epic, right? We're not going to play with this internet. AT&T, get it together. They were like, your signal is getting dropped. And so that's just what happened. So thank you for those of you that stayed on with me, because you know how this internet thing works. And it might have dropped some people off at the same time. So like I was saying, I want you guys to see how to make some vanilla extract, because of course today is all about food. Hey cuz, good morning. All about food. And that's kind of how Sundays are gonna go right now. I'm not sure exactly how that looks, but hey, I'm just gonna go with the flow, right? So we're gonna make some vanilla extract. We're gonna make our charcuterie board, and we may, if we have time, because of course I told you guys Sundays are kind of free flow. If y'all say, hey, Tay, we're going to stay on here, we'll stay on here. I also wanted to show you all how to make some breakfast pizzas. And because we're making this breakfast charcuterie board, right? Or you can call it a brunch charcuterie board. So I'm going to be moving around. I'm going to keep the camera stationary today. So I'll physically get up and bump around the kitchen and bring things back so you all can see. But I have something so special. I think you guys will enjoy it, right? So let's take a look. I want you all to first see. And you're going to see I have a lot of stuff on this table, right? A lot of stuff. I want you all to first see the actual board itself. So this is a mirrored board, as you can see there. And I call myself cleaning it out. It's pretty large. I got it out of Home Goods for $10, yes. And I'm gonna tell you all why they sold it for 10. I've had this board for some years now, and with plans to spray paint it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna keep it blue. I like this periwinkle blue that's on here. I had plans to spray paint it, but they marked it down to $10 because the glass was just loose in it. Honey, all you need is a little E6000, and Tay glued that thing right back in there so it could sit, you know, so it could really be in the frame. $10, yes. So it's a pretty large board that I'm using today. Like I said, I'm gonna try my best to keep this stationary so you all can see everything that I'm gonna put. Hey, Sharonda, good morning. This board, I would say, or this tray, because this is what a lot of people are using. And I will tell you all, one of the reasons why I wanted to use this one in particular this morning with the mirror in it was because there is a lady at my church at Hearst Chapel AME in Winter Haven, Florida. And y'all see me put my fingernails on it, right? My fingers, so that's making it not good, but that's okay. I chose this board specifically with the mirror in it because as a little girl, her name is, oh God, I can see her first name, Lucretia. Mom might have with this. But anyway, she would make like these beautiful fruit arrangements. And I love her. We call her Miss Pookie Lassiter. Miss Pookie, right? She has been a huge inspiration in my life since I was a little girl. She would make beautiful fruit arrangements. I remember being a little girl and she had this huge like wall-sized mirror at our church for something. I think it might have been like a pastoral anniversary or celebration or something. But she took all her fruit and all her vegetables, like this beautiful, she made this elaborate, fancy board, right? And I will tell you all that Miss Pookie, I just paid attention to her as a little girl. She's always inspired me. And so for those of you that watch and that are at her chapel, just let her know that I send her a shout out, that I love her. Thank you so much for being an inspiration in my life. She also was one who would wear like she came in church with like the whole head of a fox, right? Like one of those the fox throat, the real fur. Yes, that's who Miss Pookie is. Play with it, right? She had some real doll babies, for real. And to this day, Miss Pookie, she has like this lucite, if you all know what that is, kind of like clear. Her cane, honey, her cane is jazzy. Listen, all right? So that's what the inspiration for the board is. And we're going to kind of slow walk this morning because this is I'm telling you all, it's a pretty big landscape that you want to cover. And you all saw how small the last one was, right? I'm sitting and it's pretty large. Now I'm getting ready to interrupt Big Ashley in a second. Babe, can you go upstairs and bring me that vodka? No, we're not going to drink this morning. We're going to use that for something special. Y'all would not be having me on here with y'all making cocktails this morning. So the first thing about your board, and I'm going to move the camera so you all can watch. You're going to have to listen so you guys can see what I'm going to do this morning. And like I told you, we're going to create symmetry. We're going to do a couple of things today. Yes, Miss Pookie, honey, listen, she took it to a whole nother level. Don't laugh, Pamela. Good morning. Yeah, we're not going to have that cocktail this morning. I would love to have one, though. So I'm going to pull the board down kind of like this. Uh-oh, some of this stuff is falling, but that's okay. And let's see. You guys can see that, right? Okay. And I might have to turn the fan off. So we have our board. I washed my board. I cleaned the glass. And, of course, I put my fingers on it, playing around with it. But I'll tell you, you can always wipe that off. Make sure, too, that you sanitize any of your surfaces that you use. And like I told you all before, you want to make sure that when you're creating your board, you put it someplace where it can remain stationary, right? You don't want the board to move whenever you're creating something. Now, some people will say, well, Shanté, what if I'm ordering a board, or what if I am, you're going to deliver it to me of some sort? There will be some things that I will create, some boards I will create, or boxes that I will create that the things won't shift and shake. Another thing is that I mentioned sanitizing to you all, or sanitation. Thank you. And will you hand me that funnel out of the second drawer? Perfect. The little green one. I think that would work for me. Or I may need the little gold, the little silver one. Do you see the silver funnel? So you want to make sure that if you're in here, I am going to pull this up so you guys can see me right now, because y'all know I like to talk to y'all. If you are going to, she talking about, yes, let's toast it up. Yeah, maybe Ashley and I'll do a Zoom. Maybe we'll send a Zoom link out. I don't know, we're going to do something. He said, Johnny, he got to get a haircut though. And I don't blame him. I was like, no, baby, I feel you. You're going to get yourself right. If you want to use things on your boards that are, I would say, pandemic/COVID friendly, you can always use individually wrapped treats and different items, right? Or what you can do is create and package them yourself, right? And I very well probably will do a video showing you all. So Shanté, if you're saying I can do it this way or do it that way, how do I package something that is loose or something that I have to cook, right? There is a type of plastic and there is a type of, it looks like a hair blow dryer, but it's not. And some people will use blow dryers, but there is a type of plastic or cellophane that you can use. And when you heat it, it will shrink wrap the item without melting it or without kind of deforming it or making it look kind of off or different. That's the only one you see? Perfect. All right. You know what? I know where it's at. Don't worry about it. It's probably in my essential oil kit. But that's okay. It's all good. All right. So if you would do me a favor, Mr. Red, I need you to pull the things out of the oven, sit them on the counter. And if you don't mind, can you kind of hang tight with me for a second? For a few minutes. So back to our board. All right. We're going to do the vanilla first. I'm sorry. I want to shift to that because I'm already doing it. So I have this beautiful glass bottle here, right? And it comes with a stopper. This one actually came with 3 pieces. Ash, hand me that little plastic bag right behind my gold cups and spoons and silverware. I ordered this from Amazon. It is, I think this one was 12 ounces, if I can remember or recall. It's a 12 ounce, and you might have a bottle already, right? But this one by Nakapunar Party Gifts, it came with 3 different tops, all right? So it came with, you're trying to watch football. Okay, it's okay. It came with this one that has like a plastic cork. I don't care for this one too much, but of course it works, right? Get it in there. I don't like that one. I don't know. It's something about it. And then it comes with another man-made cork. You all see that? Right? And this one to me it looks more rustic. I didn't want rustic. Y'all know I'm all about the glam. So that's why I chose to use this one with the little glass. This is extremely Shanté, right? Glass, all luxe, right? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take my funnel. Make sure I don't drop that, because Lord knows I don't want to break it. And what I understand, oh, guess what? Well, guess what y'all need? Guess y'all like Shanté? Well, what we putting in here? We need the vanilla beans. Hello. So these are the vanilla beans. These are a grade B vanilla bean. They are Tahitian vanilla beans. Now grade A, let me explain something to you all between the two. Hey Sakata, good morning. Between the grade A and the grade B, when you're buying something like vanilla beans, right? The grade A beans are typically the best kind to use for what I'm getting ready to do, right? And you can use grade B. These are a little less expensive. Thank you. The grade A is good to use to make extracts, to cook with, to make emulsions, when you're making things like ice cream, because those grade A, obviously it's grade A, it's a notch up. They're gonna be a lot better than these. Ash, hand me those scissors, please, in the bottom underneath the sink. I'm trying to get these open. Another thing about your vanilla beans, thank you, I got it, is when you open them, you want to slice maybe 1 or 2. You can cut them in half so they can fit in your jar, right? So they can fit nicely in your jar. Let's see. And these they say they came from Indonesia now. We're going to believe them for that. We're going to trust that they came from Indonesia. I didn't read the back. But you can use these. You can open them. Ooh. That smells lovely. I wish I could smell it. Smell-o-vision. Smell-o. So I'm just literally opening my beans, right? And I'm going to stick them in here. I'm putting all mine in there. Well, I might better cut. Maybe I should cut them. So I'm going to cut them. Or I could bend them, maybe. Y'all want to see what they look like on the inside? I'll cut them for y'all so we can look at one. And I'm just dropping them down in there so y'all can see here. I'll bend y'all down a little bit so y'all can watch. Okay. And there are 10 beans in this one pouch. And I think the more beans you use, clearly the stronger your extract will be, right? Now, something interesting about making your own vanilla extract that I'll share with you all is that you can reuse these beans. So once you get your extract out, you can continue to use and recycle these beans, right? Ain't that something? And I'm trying to get them all out of here. I'm going to cut one open so y'all can see it. Slice it open. I can really get it out of here. All right. So let's take our little paring knife. And clearly, you would want to do this on a flat surface and not in your hand. Right? Let's see here. There we go. So I'm just going to cut it down the middle so we can see the beans on the inside. Y'all, this is why I need a channel so I can have these cameras and hook that thing up, honey. And you know how you see people on TV, they always opening them. Did I slice it good enough? Yeah, there we go. Not good enough. Let's slice a little bit more. I didn't go deep enough, y'all. It feels like I'm cutting it deep enough. When you open it up, and you know how you always see people on TV, they pull the beans out, right? Y'all see that? Look at there. All that inside. There are the little specks that you get when you eat that Breyers vanilla ice cream. That's what that is right there. Ooh. Rich in there, right? And it's very, very aromatic, meaning it smells really, really well. It has a good aroma. And I'm going to tell y'all something about these little press-ons too. They work my nerves. All right. So we are going to, I'm going to just take my knife and push them on down in there because I want them to get in there. I'm using, and see this, you got to be innovative, right? You got to use what you got to get what you want. And that's another thing, you all, when you're making, like, when we get to the board, I don't want you all to feel like you got to go buy everything, like, ooh, Shanté, all that stuff. Use what's in your house. Use what you already have. My mother made a board the other day. Listen, sent me this cute picture of her board. And she just used stuff that what she already has. And you want your board to be stuff that you eat and the people that you like eat. The people that's coming to your house to eat. You don't want it to be, listen, I ain't got time to play with that. So let's get into this thing. Let's put our, in my little funnel, it's silicone. I'm just pushing it down in there. Can you all see that? All right. So let me talk to y'all a little bit about this pearl vodka. It's one of the most inexpensive vodkas you can purchase. And all you need, you're like, Shanté, wait a minute. Vodka? Yes. Vodka and vanilla beans. It's going to take you, some people will tell you 30 days to start seeing some shifts and changes in the color of the vanilla. I've also heard some people say 3 to 6 months. I think it's best to just test it over time, try it out, open it, smell it, that kind of thing. It's up to you how dark you want it. I'm sorry, Sharonda. I will post her picture of her board. All right. So we're going to add our vodka, and I'm not measuring anything, right? Y'all know how I am. I'm going to fill it up till my bottle gets full. Or till I pour all this that I got in here left. That tells you something, huh? Right? Pouring it all in there. Honey, I'm giving it everything I got. And it's okay if you don't have a full bottle. Listen, use the things that you have. You don't have to go to the bank or rob a bank to make this thing happen. Listen, you can have an epic lifestyle. I'm telling you, baby, on a budget. On a budget. I'm going to try to stick these down in here a little bit more. I may have to get something else to push them down in there. I should have cut them. We're not going to worry about it right now. So I'm going to put my little thingy, my little clothes. And there we have it, right? So we've got now the beginnings or the makings of, and I may go get another bottle of pearl so that I can make this a fuller bottle, right? But this is the beginning. So you all that rock with me and y'all that watch all the time, and that you all that are on here with me and you all watch and you like I said, y'all rock with me, you ride with me, right? In 30 days, mark it. Today is, I don't know what today is. I just know it's Sunday. Today is, what's the day? The 5th? The 6th? September 5th. Today is September 5th. Thank you. We're going to go all the way to October 5th, okay? And by October 5th, like I said, I'm going to go get some more vodka. I'm going to fill it up. By October 5th, we're going to know exactly what, we're going to have us some what? Tahitian vanilla extract, right? So this is the makings of it. This is the beginning of it. Remember, all you need is some inexpensive vanilla beans. If you can afford the grade A, get the grade A. If you can afford the grade B, get the grade B. I got the grade B because I wanted specifically this brand, this Tahitian one, right? And I think they literally were maybe like $9, if that, $9 or $10. Where do you get the vodka from? Okay, so you can get the vodka. You know who asked me that? Alethea, you play too much. So I got this pearl vodka from, you play too much, Biz. I got this pearl vodka. You can get it from any packaging store, any liquor store, anywhere they sell alcoholic like spirits and that kind of thing. You can get it from there. I bought this one, I think, from right across the street, I believe, because it's hard to find it. And I will tell you all, on the back it says pearlvodka.com, and that's probably backwards because it's the mirror, but pearlvodka.com. I like this pearl vodka because it is 5 times distilled. It is American made, and it is not extra expensive. I'm not a big fan of like Grey Goose. It's a little too strong for Tay. Now, what I will tell you is I have seen several different people make their extract. I think Paula Dean's son, he might have used, I can't remember the name of the vodka that he used, but he used something different. Everybody that I have paid attention to, some use Sky Vodka. Some people use their favorite. Like I said, I've seen several different people make it, and they have used different vodkas. So obviously I have a lot left. Y'all continue to pray for me. Keep me in the Lord, like they say. But that is our vanilla. Once again, this is going to be our vanilla extract. In 30 days, we're going to have some vanilla extract. Cool. All right, so we're done with that. Let me move this out of the way so that I do not topple over anything. I do not want to do that today. Let's put this over here. All right. And we are going to get into our board. Y'all, I am so excited about these boards. I can't help myself. I really can't. So let me say this, and I told y'all I'm gonna keep y'all right here, right? Y'all let me know if you can or cannot see, because I think the other day when I was doing it, it was like weird. It was, y'all, oh, let me go this way. That's what we need. Put my napkin in my lap. All right, here we go. All right. So we've got quite a few things here. I told you all my table is full. I'm not going to show out the table because it might make you anxious if you see all the stuff. So when you're making your board, I want you to first start off with some symmetry. Remember, what we do on the right, we do on the left. What we do at the top, we do on the bottom. You want to create some type of symmetry. Now, I have grapes, cherries, watermelon, and fruit. I have yogurt. I have cheeses. I have meats. I have apples, I have oranges, and I also have waffles. We're going to do some chicken and waffles on a stick. And you're going to have your syrups. You're going to have some things to help it look really pretty. We're going to have some sausage and some bacon, right? So let's get right into this. Now, the first thing I want to show you all, and this is something I've been working on, and it involves fruit. Let me tell y'all something about these little play nails. They are really impeding my progress. Come on. They really are. I got it now. There we go. All right. So can you all see that? Now I want to show y'all something. And clearly my little apple got, I'm not even gonna worry about her. We'll eat her, right? So I have been practicing on making some butterflies, right? And I've also been practicing on making some heart-shaped grapes. Look at that. Aren't those cute? Well, I'm going to continue to work on these, and I am going to start making these for my boards that I retail, and I'm going to dip them in chocolate. Yes, I am. So we're going to sit that right back there, right? Grapes are really fun to work with, but there has to be, Lord, you got to practice. So as you all can see, this was a whole orange, right? So you cut it in half. I did that. And as you can see, the rib part, right? That's how you don't want to cut the short way or horizontally. You want to cut vertically with your orange. And I'm going to make sure that you all can see exactly what I'm doing. Got a little vanilla on there, but it's okay. It's for the board. All right. So I'm cutting my pieces. We can make 4 butterflies or more if you want to cut them smaller out of these orange slices. So as you can see, you see the rib there, and you all might be like, Tay, this is a bit much. This is a lot of technique, girl. It is. I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't tell you if I couldn't do it, right? Got a lot of juice in this here. And you might be able to peel it. You may. But I'm going to cut, right? Because I want my butterfly to open up. Y'all see that? I'm going to open her up, and I hope I don't break it, right? Try not to break it. I'm going to open it up. And there you have your little butterfly. You got your orange butterfly. Isn't she cute? Isn't that doll? So we're going to use her. Thank you. And I'm going to sit it to the side so we can kind of, all that juiciness, right? We want some of the juice to come out because we don't want it to be on our, so we're going to move her over there. And let's make one more. So did you all see that technique? I'm cutting it down the middle, right? I'm holding it in my hand, but I don't want you all to hurt yourselves. And you're going to cut just enough so that you can open it up. And then you're going to cut her some wings up top, right? And then you're just going to open it. I'll make sure I got it all the way open. Let's see. I'll open it up. Ooh, the little juice going everywhere. I'm going to cut it a little bit more so I can get it to do what I wanted to do. I'll open it up. Ain't she cute? Got us another butterfly, y'all. Look at there, right? So we're going to sit this over here to the side. And I'm going to move this out of our way. I just wanted you all to see because I've been practicing on these. And I'm going to continue to practice on them because I want my things to be cute. Extra cute. Extra cute. Yes, crude. All right. So let's start with our fruit. We're going to let our oranges kind of get a little of that dampness off of them. And I am going to continue. I'm going to keep you can keep your fruit in a colander. This is a glass colander. You can keep it in a colander or you can take it out, right? It's totally up to you how you want to position everything. Most people will tell you you want to put the things that are inside of your dish or a dish. You want to put it on your platter, right? You want to position it. Well, I think this colander, in my opinion, is a little too bulky, right? And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my cherries and I'm just going to put them in here. And you might want to pick the ones with the stems. Remember, I told you all, you're kind of thinking about things. I don't like the way that one look. You're thinking about people grabbing and go, right? And if it's your family, you can put some sanitizer on the table. Make sure they know, hey, I need you to use your hands. So we've got our cherries, right? And I'm putting that right here at the top of the board. Let me pull this down so you all can see. When I tell y'all I got so much stuff on this table. I got a lot of stuff on the table. I'm trying to find somewhere to sit it all. So then we're going to do our strawberries. Right? We're going to do our strawberries next. And once again, you want to be able to make sure we got our strawberries here. If you want to put them inside of something so that they don't get wet. I think I want to use the strawberries last. I'll be honest with you all. I want to use my grapes next. And I'm going over here with my grapes. You guys see that? I'm not going to use my colander, but like I said, if you want to, you can sit it on here. Some people use dishes. They do. And I'm going to make sure that as I sit them here, I might even let my grapes fall over a little bit, right? Well, they probably will. Come on, there you go. And you say, well, Shanté, you don't have grapes on the other side. That's okay. That is absolutely okay. Maybe we'll waterfall them. Let them kind of lay, right? And then you eat a few while you're doing it. My granny used to always say, the cook is never hungry. And that is true. Now, mind you, you can see that there's juice from my colander on the mirror. You want to keep your area as clean as possible. So just wipe it up. Just that simple and easy, right? Just wipe it up. And then just scoot your little stuff back over there. So we've got fruit here and fruit here. Now, the next thing is that I want to put on here. I'm going to go ahead and put my oranges on here, right? I'm going to put my butterflies on there. You can lay them down if you want. You can just kind of, you guys see how I'm doing. I'm going this, I'm making 2 rows, right? And so she needs to go that way. Put our little, and you might want to, so that you get a little more action out of the butterfly, so people know it's a butterfly. You might want to bend it a little bit, right? And I broke that one, but it's okay. You guys get the gist of what I'm doing. And then I'm going to use the one that I practice on. She's not the cutest, but hey, she works. She dried out a little bit. But see, there's another baby butterfly, right? We'll put her over here. There we go. If you want to, you can put all of them together, right? So maybe we'll do that. We'll put them all together and let them fly on the plate. Now, the next thing I have is some watermelon. And the watermelon, I will tell you all, I would encourage you with the watermelon to probably put them on. I get this kind, and it's so funny. My dad always says, with the watermelon, he's like, you should buy your own watermelon. You don't want it, people been touching it and that kind of thing. You don't know if their area has been cleaned and sanitized. This is true. At the same time, this saves time. And I just pray over it, Father, bless it, purge it, purify it, and cleanse it in the name of Jesus, right? It's going to be okay. Nobody going to get sick. With my watermelon, because I know that it has that juiciness, and I know that it very well may cause some issues on the board. And I don't want it to, especially if you're going to have dry stuff, you don't want it to impede any of the dry things that you have. So I am going to put the juicier things inside of something. So I'm going to take one of my dishes, and I have some white dishes, and you all can tell I'm using the same color dish just as well. These little bowls are, as some people pronounce it, Le Creuset, but it's Le Creuset. It is French. These are some really good ramekin bowls. You can bake in these. They're just the best, right? The best. I'm going to put a watermelon right here, and I'm only going to have one thing of watermelon, okay? As you all can see, I'm going to put it right here because I need all these other areas and all this other space for some other things. And I'm going to chunk mine down a little bit. I don't like my watermelon to be real big. Just some nice little cubes. Put your watermelon in there. And you can fill it up to the top so people can, put it in there. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. And if you want to make shapes and different things out of your fruit, listen, do that. You can make it as pretty as you want. You can do all kinds of beautiful things with it. Like that piece, I'm going to cut it because it's kind of big, right? And I'm the type of person, I want mine overflowing and abundant. I want it to be full. I don't want just some, little play board. All right, so we've got our watermelon. We can stand to put a few more pieces on there. I like watermelon, love it. All right, so we've got our watermelon. Now, as far as our other ingredients are dry. Let's talk about the dry. So with the dry ingredients, Mr. Red, I may have to go get my stuff, y'all, and come back because I don't think they in here with me. They left, my helpers. Can you give me the larger waffles? Little Ashley, put these on the counter for me over there, baby. 2 hands. Thank you. I did. So we've got some, what I call thick and fluffy waffles, right? You can toast them. You can put them in the oven, however you need or see fit. I'm going to use 3s today. And I'm only going to put 3 of these over here, right? Hand me the minis too, please. No, he came back a leaf here. Actually, you know what? Hand all of them to me. I'm sorry. Hand me all of those larger waffles. Hand me the other 3. Please, please, please. Hold these over a little bit. My fruit. I'm pushing my fruit closer, you all. Thank you. Wow. I got to tell the people this one. Man, I had a box. Y'all know the thick and fluffies come 6 in a box. I got to tell y'all this. Y'all saw how fast he handed me all those waffles. I said, well, hand me the other 3. How about he done bit out of one? I can't stand him. So we got 5 waffles, y'all. He showed me the waffle. I don't know when he bit it. Well, we're going to work with our 5. Hey, Auntie. I see Aunt Joyce. He ate the waffle that fast, y'all. Lord have mercy. Help me, somebody. Well, we were going to have 6, but we're going to use our little 5 that we got, right? And I'm positioning them here. Lord have mercy. This man, he ate the waffle just that fast, y'all. Alethea is rolling laughing at you. All right, so we've got waffles on this side, right? We've got waffles here. Bam. I also have some of these minis, okay? Y'all see these? These little baby waffles. I am simply, and I'm going to break them. Let me show you something. I'm breaking them, right? We're going to do something special with these waffles, and I'm going to sit them on here for now. I'm going to get that little piece out the middle. I don't like that part. We don't need to use that, okay? So you're going to throw that away. But we're going to take our little waffles, our little baby waffles, and turn it this way. And I have some chicken, what they boneless chicken wings, chicken things or whatever, right? Sharonda said, Mom said you may be hungry. They are hungry, Mama, I'm sure, because I didn't cook breakfast this morning. Sharonda said he got to get paid. Auntie Joyce said he the taste tester. So we're going to take, and I have these little cute, and I opened them, y'all saw that. These are cocktail picks. Listen, $1.99, y'all see it, for a bag of 30, okay? So we're gonna take our cocktail pick and we're gonna build, right? We're gonna build us some chicken and waffles. So you're gonna take your waffle can be your base. You're gonna take your little piece of chicken. This is why I don't want them in the kitchen, because they just gonna do it, right? And all you're gonna do is stick it in there, right? Y'all see that? And you're gonna place it. We're going to place this. Since we have waffles on that side, we're going to put waffles on this side. Okay? Uh-oh. Make sure it's all the way on there. All right? There we go. And we may have to lay it down. We may have to play around with it a little bit. And that's okay if you have to. Okay? So there people can pick them up. And we got 4. I actually have more than 4, but we're going to do 4 for time's sake. Okay? Take our another waffle, get our little piece of chicken, and we're just gonna stick it on there, right? And these little balls, they kind of move, they kind of don't. We're just gonna put them over here to the side. You're gonna get your lunch. And don't worry about, people like, oh, well, it's gotta be the same size piece of chicken, Shanté. Not necessarily so. No, it don't. People are going to eat and people are gonna enjoy it because it's something that you created. It's beautiful. And it's lovely, right? Now, I may change out the pick on that other one. I'm not working him. I see you, Alethea, Talking about I'm working him. I know I be working him. I'm going to take this one off because I don't want that one loose down there, right? The ball came off of it. And also remember, like I told you all, I use my hands. I'm constantly washing my hands. And you can use gloves if you feel more secure with gloves on. Hey, you do that, okay? I just am a hands-on person. That's how I learned. And that's pretty much how that's going to be. Now, you see how they trying to give me a little problem, right? So I'm going to scoop my watermelon over and I'm going to stick this one right here. You all see that? Y'all see all the stuff on the table? Let's see. Can you all see it? There we go. So I'm just going to line them up right here. And you can put as many rows as you want right here. Okay. All right, so we're still working. And you all will notice I'm constantly wiping the mirror, right? It's okay if you have crumbs, but you don't want it to be like overly crummy because then it'll start looking tacky. And that's what you don't want. You still want it to have great presentation. You don't want like a lot of, and you may have to kind of go back to it and kind of dab and get some things off of there so you don't have all the crumbs and stuff, right? Clean up your area. And I may do one more, right? We'll do 4 more. So we'll have 4 full ones on here. I'm going to stick that right there. So remember, take that little piece out. You don't want that in there. All right. And we're gonna do 4 more of these. Okay. Auntie Joyce, y'all need to have a watch party so everybody can watch together. I don't know who house y'all gonna go to, but y'all should do a watch party. Okay. And then let's see. We need 3 more of these, right? 3 more of our little picks or skewers or whatever you want to call them. All right. Like I said, don't be the chicken. Hey, whatever size. And you can buy whatever brand of these little chicken nuggets or chicken, whatever you want to call them, little chicken bites that you choose to. You know, I always say go with what's affordable, but also go with what tastes good because folks won't eat it if it ain't right. And you don't want them to talk about you. They be like, girl, we went over to her house. She had a shark, some kind of board, and it wasn't right. You do not want that, okay? And if you notice, like I just noticed one of mine. So we got our last one right here, okay? And it's a big piece of chicken on this one, Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. All right, so now you all can see we've got our chicken and waffles, right? Okay, and so next we've got to put our bacon and our eggs on here. All right, so we've got to do our bacon, we've got to do our eggs, and we've got yogurt and granola just as well. All right, so one of the things I want to share with you all is when you're doing your board, I have 3 different types of yogurt, right? Let me turn it this way. I have a Chobani, right? And you see that it already comes in a cup. So because you're going to fill the board in, you don't necessarily have to pour this into another dish. You just going to take the lid off. You can shake it up if you want to, right? Make sure it's kind of mixed up in there. Now, for some people, don't you use no old yogurt because, you know, yogurt will ferment and it'll get mold on it. So you might want to open it up first and then stir it. But typically, we hope that it's, you know, it's okay. And then it might even do that. Will you hand me a spoon, please? One of those gold spoons or a plastic spoon. Plastic. So this is a Chobani. And I'll tell y'all a little secret about the Chobani yogurt. I'm a big fan of the yogurt from Chick-fil-A. And so they get their yogurt from this farm near Chicago. It's up in Illinois. And Fairlife Milk is who makes that yogurt yeah, that's how much I love it. That's why and it's a shame that I even know. And so I'm mixing up the yogurt, making sure that it is sufficient, right? And you can use a large yogurt. You can use a big thing of yogurt if you choose to, depending on the number of guests you have, number of people in your family, because this is something you could do for your family, just for y'all, right? and others and guests. You know, hand me that 2 of the smaller gold spoons, please. Over by the stove. So I'm mixing this up just to make sure. And let me tell you something about mixing it up, right? I'm mixing it up. Put my spoon right here. You see how it still got like stuff around the edge? Don't worry about that, because when you place it, what we're gonna do, we are actually going to put the granola and honey on the top. We're gonna drizzle it. And somebody said, well, the granola is gonna get kind of soggy. That's okay. That is perfect. You know, people eat overnight oats, right? So we're just gonna make our own overnight oats. All right, thank you. And these are gonna be my serving spoons. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put the spoon in after. I'm gonna put the spoon in after I put the granola on there. And I'm gonna show y'all my granola in a second. Okay. Now my other one I have, and you guys, these yogurts are delicious, delicious. You said only I would know the history of products. Give her a spot on TV, right? So this is another one. This one is called Too Good. It's 2 grams of sugar in this yogurt. It's delicious. Now this one I got from Aldi. I don't know if they sell Too Good anywhere else. I'm not sure, but both of these yogurts, remember, we're still talking about symmetry. Both of the yogurts are vanilla, okay? And that's because that's my favorite, right? So I'm shaking it up, shaking it up. I'm gonna keep it in its base. I don't have to take it out. And you probably say, well, Shanté, why are you using a small yogurt? I'm using a small yogurt because of the size of my board, but also a lot of times people don't, hey, Lisa! Sometimes people don't use, usually they don't eat a whole lot of yogurt, right? And then if you want to, you can have a few of these just kind of lined up next to the board, right? Extra. So, okay, this is our Too Good. And like I said, that's Chobani. The Too Good is good. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, the Too Good is not real sweet at all. It's not. And so I'm mixing it up. I mixed it up, I should say. And I'm going to stir it up. Make sure you wipe your spoon off or get a new spoon, right? Both of them are vanilla. So I'm stirring, making sure it's whipped up pretty good. Now, if you start getting yogurt all over the place and you're not going to be graceful when you're, you know, mixing, because I'm all about grace and I'm all about presentation. Would you say, Lelia and Aldi need to make it happen? Yes, I have given them so many shout outs, right? So I'm mixing this one up, right? My point was to you all, make sure you can take a paper towel or a little napkin and wipe the edge off. Sometimes you might need to take your finger, and you guys know I'm always got my Williams-Sonoma towel somewhere handy, right? And do that. If you don't want to use your hands, like I say, some of you are going to use gloves. I know this, right? I just don't, unless it's seafood or something like that. And then keep in mind, like I told you, you are going to sprinkle your granola on the top, right? Hugs and love. She's on here, Lisa. She can see your comments. So we're going to put our other yogurt cup. Okay, remember we're creating symmetry. So we put our other yogurt cup right there. They're just right across from each other, right? And we're going to take one of my favorite cereals. This is by far, it's Cascadian Farms, and it is organic. It's French almond granola. Listen, I don't eat this with milk. I don't eat it like a real cereal. I don't use it, pour it in a bowl or anything like that. And that's just not my thing. I tried to one time before with some almond milk. I prefer to eat my cereal, Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops. Listen, I prefer to eat those in one of those temperature, those like, what do they call it? The travel cups, because it keeps the milk cold, right? A little tip for you all. So for those of you who don't mind the shape of what you're eating your cereal out of, and they have bowls that are tempered like that. I use my cup. I have to show it to you all. It's like a travel soup cup. It can keep things hot or cold. That's what I eat my cereal out of, so that my milk does not get cold. Get hot. It keeps my milk cold. So we're gonna take our Cascadian Farms, and remember I told you, you're using things in your home that you are in your kitchen that you already have, right? All right, here we go. So I am going, and I don't open mine all the way. Some people, I cut mine. I'm so particular. So we're gonna sprinkle our granola, and I might have to open it for you all because where are my scissors? Scissors on the set. Scissors on the set. Does anyone see the scissors? scissors. Maybe they took the scissors. I think they moved my scissors. Scissors on the sets. I don't see them. Okay, yes, they did. Another new pair of scissors, thank you. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna cut my bag open a little bit more so I can get this up out of here, right? Now, if you want to, you could take your spoon, you could sprinkle them on there. If you're nervous, you can put them in a little bowl. I'm simply gonna sprinkle that granola right on there. And you see I dropped a little bit. So don't put so much in your spoon, take your time, right? Take your time. And put enough on there, you know, cover it up. Don't be scared like I told y'all. All right. That spoon drives me a little crazy. So what I'm going to do is this. I am going to pour in this next one, right? Okay. So I'm just going to pour it in this one. That's a lot easier for Tay-Tay. I knock them up. All right. And you do have to have some grace, right? I knocked my waffles down. But y'all see how they fell down? You can leave them like that if you want to. You can leave them just like that. All right. So we've got our granola, our grapes, our cherries, our watermelon, our chicken and waffles. We've got some regular, just plain waffles here. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to drizzle our honey on top of our granola. Now, some of you might say, well, Shanté, what if people don't eat, you know, certain things? Remember what I said. You want to create a board that is going to be family friendly, and you want to create a board that's going to be like guest friendly. You need to know what your guests like. You need to know their allergies. You need to understand what people will and won't eat. In my house, we eat all of this, right? So I'm going to use what I know we eat. Now, this is not a fancy honey. I do have some fancy honeys that I like to get. I have some really fancy honeys, and I have to share those with you all at a later time. But I am going to use just a regular old, I think I got this from Aldi too. I'm sure I did. Berry Hill is an Aldi brand. I got this honey from Aldi, right? This is Sunday football brunch platter. Yes, it is best for real. Yes, that's the name. That's going to be it. So I'm just simply drizzling, as you all can see. I'm just drizzling it. No, nothing fancy. Just put enough on there, right? And then I'm going to drizzle some on this other one. Just put enough on there. Don't be shy. You don't have to, and you don't have to be overly, you know, heavy-handed. I should have showed y'all that. I'm sorry. Okay? You don't be shy. Just put enough on there. And it doesn't matter which direction you go in. You can go left or right, up and down, or in a circle. All right? So there's that. Now, some of you are saying, well, Shanté, where am I supposed to put? You mentioned some other items that you have. Yes, we have scrambled eggs, and we have bacon, and we have sausage. Yes, we do. So this is how we're going to plate that. And I might have to get up. Oh, I forgot the spoons, y'all. Let's put our spoons in here. We got to put our servers in here. And you're just going to stick it straight up. All right. I would have made sure, make sure it's a little polished off, because you don't want it to, just stick your spoon right on the edge there, right on the edge, and just let them stand up. I do want the spoons to be cleaned off. I didn't clean that one before I did it, because once again, it's all about presentation. You want to make it as seamless and as spotless and as neat and clean as possible. You want it to kind of have some sleekness to it. We know it's a lot of stuff, right? At the same time, you still want it to be really, really pretty, okay? And then there's that symmetry that you want. I'm still trying to get this little granola that I waste over here. And that little piece will aggravate me. Somebody else, it might not aggravate them, right? But it will frustrate me. So we've got a few more things we need to put on here. Come this way for me, please, Ash. Pull it all the way this way, if you don't mind. It's, oh, okay, I'll get it. You can leave right there, I'll get it. Okay, so will you hand me the glass bowl right there? And if you don't mind, it's already clean. And you all see this glass bowl. So as I'm looking at this bowl, I'm looking at it and I'm going, this very well may be too large, right? Or is it too large? Is this board too large? All right, so let's see here. I may have to move something around because I want to put my eggs in here. And so with that being said, I'm going to move my butterflies. Okay? I'm going to move one butterfly right here. I'm going to reposition it. Okay? And then this is the one that I broke. So I just broke it too. It's okay though. Just gonna stand it up over here. We're gonna pretend like they still together. Put their little wings. All right. And then I'm wiping off the area where it was wet and where it was damp. Okay. And then I'm gonna take my other little butterfly. I broke this one too. And as I say, I'm gonna continue to practice on these, and I'm just gonna lay it right here. Okay. I'll lay it up in the oranges. So now we still have some semblance, right? Got it? Okay. And I'm going to put my eggs in this bowl. So if you would hand me that pan, please. All right. Can you hand me that? Yep. Thank you. So I am going to put my eggs, my scrambled eggs, in this bowl. You can fill the bowl up. Like I said, I think this bowl may be too large for this situation, but it is okay. I would probably use a smaller bowl. I would. All right, so we've got our scrambled eggs. I'm gonna put all of them in there. Okay. And so we've got our scrambled eggs. Now you see here how I said if you mess up or you see that you need to wipe some things off, it's okay. I am going to put the scrambled eggs. I'm going to move over just a little bit. We still got everything kind of flowing together, right? So I put my eggs right here. Now, if you would, can you hand me the bacon? You all can see. Now you can do slices of bacon. I know here some people like hard bacon. Some people like crispy bacon, crunchy bacon. Some people don't. They like it limp. I kind of like mine in between, so to speak. I even like to make, and I have to do this with you all one day. I like to make like a maple, a brown sugar, brown butter bacon. That's one of my favorite things to do. So I am going to put my bacon right here. Literally, I'm plating it right there next to my waffles. Can you all see that? Let me get a little bit closer to you. All right. Plating my bacon. And then I'm going to, next, I'm going to plate my sausage. Thank you. Now, I cut my sausage up because I cut it up prior to putting it in the oven. And you can do that, right? I am simply going to, I use sausage links. I can't even get it out. And I use a pineapple chicken sausage. I am literally going to sit it right here. Okay? Now, mind you, you want to have something that people can use to get it. I've already sliced these up, right? And I may have to move that up a little bit, and it's okay. And I just did 3 for the purposes of the board, right? So I'm putting my sausage here. All right, so now we've got our sausage. We've got waffles, bacon, eggs, sausage, fruit, chicken on a stick, right? Now you might say, well, Shanté, what about the sweet? What am I gonna do with the sweet? Well, you can either sprinkle some powdered sugar on, or if you don't want to sprinkle the powdered sugar on, Remember I told you all that because we're being COVID friendly, you might want to use some things that are already individually wrapped, right? So with that being said, I am going to use some individually wrapped pieces. If I can get the chair, I'm just gonna leave it right there. I have some little coffee cakes, right? I have some little donuts, right? And I got some chocolate ones too, right? They're grab and go, really easy. And you can do a whole grab and go board, right? And then I have some little donut, blueberry donuts, okay? So with that being said, I'm gonna show you all how I'm going to position them. I'm not gonna put so many on here, but I want it to be full, right? And y'all know that. So back to the board, so you all can see. I'm gonna take my coffee cakes, and I have 3. And I am simply going to line them up on the edge. That's all you gotta do, right? Line them up on the edge. And they can simply be grab and go. Got 3 right there. Where are you gonna put the donuts, Shanté? Hey. And you can mix and match. It's your board. You can do what you wanna do. It's your board. I am partial to white donuts. I'll tell y'all a little funny story in a minute about these white donuts and why I'm partial to them and not the chocolate. I eat them all, but hey, it is what it is. And see, and keep in mind, if you need to push things over, it is okay. It's okay to rearrange things if you have to. There's nothing wrong with that, so that your stuff will fit. Okay? So I put my donuts right there, right? And then I had 3 of these type, right? We have the blueberry kind. Now, what I would tell you all, because you may feel like, well, is that too much stuff? It's not. Trust me, y'all. Trust me. Okay? I am going to position these. Move y'all over a little bit. I'm going to just slide these. I'm going to push my waffles up a little bit, right? I could stand them up a little bit more because I got room on this board, right? And I can, and like I said, presentation's everything. You can line them up, make sure they all go the same direction. And there you go. You got your little donuts over there. Now you all may say, well, Tay, the last board you made, you told us make sure we put something in those little spots, in those little pockets, right? We're gonna do just that, right? We are going to also sprinkle our waffles, these, with a little powdered sugar. Now, you might want to do things like your syrup and your powdered sugar. You might say, well, Tay, everybody doesn't eat that. Once again, like I said, you got to know what works for your guests in your household. And you see that I'm getting a little powdered sugar onto the edge of my board. Just simply take you a napkin or take your towel, and you guys know I have my handy dandy Williams Sonoma, and wipe that off. That's all you got to do. Wipe that off. Because you still want to do what? Make sure the presentation is lovely. Okay, that's all. Mama thinks she in school. She talking about stay focused. She still got her teacher hat on. All right. One other thing that I did want to share with you all is that you can use fresh flowers. You can use fresh berries. You can use herbs. I like to personally use herbs, right? So I like to use things like rosemary, just to give it a little extra oomph, to kind of take it over the top a little bit, give it a little extra flair. And so I'm going to use some rosemary, and I'm just going to take the sprigs and just stick them in, right? Because it's just like you're cooking with it, right? Some people use, like I said, fresh flowers. Some people use basil. I got a whole basil plant over here I'm going to use. Yeah, well, I'm going to use a whole basil plant, but I'm going to add, just a few little, I wanted to just kind of lean. I'm just sitting it here. And then this piece right here is really big, right? So you might say, well, if you look, I moved the camera from you all. I stuck a piece right here in the eggs. I stuck a piece right over here by the waffles. And then what? 1, 2. Okay, you said symmetry, Shanté. We're doing 3s today, right? Yes, we are. So because this one is so large, I can already see where it's breaking. I'm just simply going to break it right there. You can cut it if you think you need to, but I'm just going to snap it off. That's just how I work. I'm going to snap it off. shake off whatever loose leaves come off, and I might leave them on there. And I simply am probably going to stick this one. I might put it right on in my watermelon, right? Just slide it right up in there. Because it's almost in the same space and place as, let me pull this down so y'all can see. It's almost in the same area, right? Once again, creating this symmetry. Now, I have some basil. You can take other things if you want to and sprinkle in. Like, I've got a little space here, I've got a little space here, I've got a little space there, I've got some space over here. You can put other things on here if you want. So there's one last thing. I was going to add some ham and some cheese, right? Or some salmon. I am going to add, and you guys, I'm going to pull this up so you can see me. I've got, last but not least, some Colby Longhorn cheese, okay? And I always ask for very thin slices of cheese when I'm doing this type of thing, because I want to be able to roll it. I want it to be a little pliable, and be sure to let it stay room temperature. I'm not telling you to leave it out overnight because it's still cheese. Now, if I'm eating it, I would prefer the cheese to be left out overnight because I like cheese to be, once again, pliable. And it tastes better, believe it or not, when it's room temperature. Okay, it tastes much better when it's room temperature. So we're going to take our cheese and hopefully, and typically at Publix, so you all can see the shine on it. That tells you that it's been sitting out a little while, right? And all I'm going to do is roll it. Now, somebody might say, well, can I make a little flour out of this? You can if you use a glass. But we're not going to do that today, right? I'm just simply rolling. That's all I did. And I'm going to lay it, right? I'm going to lay it in these little spaces and pockets that I was just telling you about. And if you want to, once again, you're like, well, Shanté, it's COVID. I'm going to make this a little tighter because it's kind of thin. I'm going to roll it a little tighter. I'm tightening up my roll, right? Okay. Almost like the inside of a rose, right? Show y'all that. Sit that one there. You got a piece here that look like, I don't know what they was doing with that piece. And you got to think too, you know, this piece came from the store like this with this little half. It's supposed to be a crescent, almost like a crescent moon, so to speak. And if you come into a situation where you get cheese like that, you roll that part in first so you can conceal it or hide it, so to speak. Okay. And I'm just, once again, I'm just rolling, y'all. Just rolling. Picture me rolling. They see me, hey, without a song, I don't even know the words. They see me rolling. They hating. Trying to catch me riding dirty. And that's how I sound. We ain't riding dirty. We riding for Jesus. Okay. This one is really, this piece right here. Yes. Okay. We got a lot going on. I love this because this one is really, I can get a good tuck and pull out of this piece. Okay. Keep in mind, we're just rolling. Just rolling. Rolling. And we doing symmetry, remember? And I'm going to roll this one a little tighter because it didn't roll as tight as I wanted it to. You see how I unrolled that and I went back and I started rolling it again? You can do that. Just to make sure you got enough, okay? So we got some cheese. We just got, and I just put these 3 little pieces over here, right? Wipe my hands off. So as you all can see, I just added them right over here in this section. That's all I did. Ooh, it's heavy. I tell you that because that mirror is heavy under there. So that is what I did with the board. So now we have our breakfast board, ladies and gentlemen. And I am going to show you all. Y'all did a good job today. I will make sure that I take some pictures of this. I'm excited that you all joined me this morning. We made our vanilla. We're working on that. And you all, the vanilla, it's already kind of getting a little color. It's shifting a little bit. Just that quickly, right? So we've got our homemade vanilla extract. Because y'all know vanilla extract is like $12.99 in Home Goods. We've got our breakfast. What did you call it, Alethea? Let me see. You called it our Sunday football brunch platter, right? We've got watermelon, we've got chicken and waffle on a stick, we've got not blueberries, we got cherries, grapes, yogurt, scrambled eggs, donuts, waffles, bacon, sausage, right? Cheese. We've got the works for the most part, right? I am excited that you all joined this morning with me. I don't know how long we have been on here. And Sundays is always going to be very free-flowing. I'm just going to move at leisure, right? Move at a slow pace. You do want to make sure that you have your syrups. And I will show you one thing. I didn't do the strawberries. And I didn't put the syrups on the actual board. But I will tell you all, you can use individual ramekins for your guests. I got these ramekins. And these are, they're the Cordon Bleu or Cordon Bleu. Blue brand from Dillard's, and they have a beautiful porcelain selection of plates and flatware, and I mean just beautiful. I have so many of their pieces that I caught. Check this out. I went in there one Christmas, and they were like marked down really, really low, and I was just like, does anybody else know this? Because you don't find a lot of people that purchase, dinnerware and flatware out of Dillard's. Not a lot of people. That's not a norm, right? But remember, this is Epic Lifestyle with Shanté, so we're stepping out on some stuff, right? But these little ramekins, you can use these for syrup. I like to use, and I'll show you guys one of my syrups that I really enjoy using is an organic maple syrup by Martha Stewart. I like this one. And then I also like this blueberry Smuckers, right? This is another one of my favorites. They can pour it themselves. You can pour it for them. Or if you feel more comfortable using like a pour, I should have shown you all that too. I have to get that for you all the next time, but or at some point, show you all. You can pour your syrup and you want to warm the syrup. Yes. Because chances are some of these things may get a little room temperature or lukewarm if you're putting it in a platter or you're putting it on a tray, right? And the syrup is just going to make it more enjoyable in the event that something gets a little room temperature. And that's okay too. Don't panic. Don't feel like, oh, they don't want it hot. And I'm going to tell you, people, if you're having family over, close family and friends, they can warm it up in the microwave, right? Put a little heat on it. It's not going to change anything. It's okay. So we've got all of these things, and there was something else. Oh, I was going to tell y'all a funny story about those powdered donuts. So I have loved powdered donuts for like forever. When my mother was pregnant with me, two things that she always ate, and my daddy would say she would ask for it all the time. We laugh about it to this day. Are powdered donuts, warm milk, which I cannot stand warm milk to this day. I don't like warm milk at all. I drink milk on ice, or ice on milk probably, right? But those powdered donuts and tuna fish. And anyone that knows me knows I can eat tuna fish straight out of the can, out of the packet. I love fish, tuna fish, any kind of fish, right? For the most part. And so that was just a little funny story I want to share with you all in regard to the donuts, the white powdered donuts. But I thank you all for getting on here with me today. We, of course, will close out in prayer. You all know that. And if you have any questions about any of the products, any of the items, something that I am working on is making sure that I can upload these videos to YouTube and begin to put like the sponsors and that, not sponsors. I don't have any sponsors, but so that I can start working on getting sponsors or it's up in my viewership. Because of course they like for you to have like a huge following. And so, hey, we're gonna get there one day. Listen, we're gonna slow walk this thing, and if we don't have to slow walk it, let me tell you, favor and acceleration is something. So by this time next month, we don't even know what God gonna do, right? But we're expecting him to do some awesome and great and mighty things in our lives. So I want to close us out in prayer this morning. Once again, I thank you all for watching. I love you. Yes, Alethea said tuna fish. Every time people come to our house, we had tuna fish. That's all Mama She would make, a lot of tuna fish. Well, let's leave in prayer. Let's leave on an amazing note. Father, we thank you for this Sunday with Shanté. We thank you for showing us your glory in the earth, God, with the beautiful trees, the beautiful outdoors. Father, we also thank you for giving us the gift of innovation, oh God. And I speak innovation over those in creativity, Lord God, over those under the sound of my voice, those that are watching now, Lord God, and those that will watch later. Father, we honor you, we bless you, and we thank you yet again for an amazing weekend of rest, God. Turn the phone off, God. Turn the TV off, oh God, and just get some rest, oh God. Rest and peace in you. Father, we bless you, we honor you, and we thank you, and we love you, God. We love you, and we honor you. In Jesus Christ's name, we plead the blood of Jesus. Amen. You guys have a beautiful weekend, rest of your weekend. Enjoy yourselves. And I love you all. Bye, loves.